Welcome to this quantum security and defense presentation. Preparing for a post-quantum cryptography project. Join our community online at quantumsecuritydefense.com. Jeffrey Duran is a seasoned leader with over 30 years of experience in operations, growth, and sales, including 15 years in cybersecurity. Currently serving as COO at QryptoCyber, he focuses on operational excellence and scaling processes to address the challenges of post-quantum risk and cryptographic discovery. His career includes leading roles in startups like Invotas, acquired by FireEye, and enSilo, acquired by Fortinet, as well as contributing to major organizations like Verizon and Army Cyber Command. A 35-year U.S. Army veteran, Jeff's strategic expertise was honed through 7 overseas tours, managing initiatives from tactical to strategic levels. He is also a passionate advocate for integrating veterans into cybersecurity roles to address the industry's talent gaps. As the former head of cybersecurity portfolio strategy at Verizon, Jeff influenced key industry reports like the DBIR and Payment Security Report. He also advises SaaS firms and actively speaks on topics ranging from quantum security to operational strategies. His exemplary service has earned him numerous accolades, including the DoD's Top Award for Defense Communications.
So I love the pretty pictures, unlike Steve. That's my shindig. So be prepared for some great visuals because I'm all into that. I do appreciate that Steve has just the messaging portion, but I like the whole integrated thing. So let me start off with who is this guy? So my name is Jeff Duran. I've been in cybersecurity. I started with Army Cyber Command back in 2010 and then went to a number of other vendors that you can see there, running 38 product lines in Verizon for cybersecurity. Previous to this, I was at Quintessence Labs and we're working with QKD, QRNG, key management systems, great folks. But what I realized there is when I got started with the whole thing is nobody understood where encryption was. And so it's really hard to sell a QRNG, QKD, and all the other things when you're step 3. And so I had gotten that idea of like, well, let's figure out where things are first before we actually try to fix the problem, because that's the biggest thing. And I was utterly shocked. I mean, I've been in cybersecurity for a while, but I'd never been around cryptography. I knew vaguely what all this stuff was, but I didn't really understand it in the detail of nobody actually tracks what encryption's going on where. And that was a real big shock for me because I assumed, with all the zero trust stuff and everybody is talking about no, nobody had any clue where anything was. There's no Excel spreadsheets. There's nothing going on. And so now where we are is talking about S bombs and C bombs and AI and orchestration and being prepared. So I want to go ahead and skip to the most important part, which is really what are the lessons learned that we've had from our perspective. And so when we've doing these projects, no one wants to own this project. And that's just the way it really is. And I completely understand it. And this goes back to if you've been in cybersecurity for a while, it's just like DLP. Nobody wanted to own DLP for a long time because it's a 5-year process of classification of data. Nobody's going to get promoted on it. Nobody's going to have parades at the end. Nobody's going to celebrate your success in changing cryptography for the next 5 to 7 years. And so what we tried to do is do more of making sure that those people are successful in what they're doing. And so you should absolutely take a look, and I want to kind of separate this thing. There's consulting services and there's remediation services. And so those services are absolutely going to be crucial for your organization's success. Because remediation services, you're not going to be able, even with AI and orchestration will give you the hope you need to be able to get it done. But the reality is what's going to happen is there's way too much work to be able to get done with normally the staff you have on hand. Engaging in consulting services such as Steve are fantastic because they guide you through the process, but we absolutely recommend you get an inventory first before engaging in and committing to remediation services, because until you do your inventory, you really don't understand what you have, because you might have a lot of legacy things that are going to require a lot of comprehensive remediation services, as opposed to you have a million little things, but it's all grind work, right? Each one of these things is somewhat different, and every enterprise is vastly different. So number one, getting executive buy-in on this whole project. If you can't get the executive team involved, one of the things we offer too is, post inventory is doing able to do some quantitative analysis to show you exactly where you are from a financial risk standpoint. If not, your consulting services can certainly help there as well.
Watch the full presentation online at quantumsecuritydefense.com.